This is from Rapid Response. It says, at POTUS, we're making a determination now. Do we go to Chicago or do we go to a place like New Orleans, where we have a great governor, Governor Jeff Landry, who wants us to come in and straighten it out?
Washington, D.C. is a totally safe city. You're not reporting any crime because there is none. They said crime is down 87%, and I said, no, it's not. It's down 100%.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
We have a great thing going. I could do that with Chicago. We could do that with New York. We could do it with Los Angeles. So we're making a determination now. Do we go to Chicago or do we go to a place like New Orleans, where we have a great governor, Jeff Landry, who wants us to come in and straighten out a very nice section of this country that's become quite tough, quite bad. So we're going to be going to maybe Louisiana, and you have New Orleans, which has a crime problem. We'll straighten that out in about 2 weeks. It'll take us 2 weeks, easier than D.C., but we could straighten out Chicago. All they have to do is ask us to go into Chicago if we don't have the support of some of these politicians. But I'll tell you who is supporting us, the people of Chicago. And I sort of want them to let it be known they have incompetent people.
Okay, so because of the crime that's going on in Chicago, and because technically speaking, the federal government has no legal jurisdiction to go into Chicago. It's a little bit different than DC, right? It's a lot different than DC. DC is not a state, right? And our law allows for Donald Trump to federalize DC, and even with that, there are restrictions. There is a 30-day restriction. So what Donald Trump is asking is that the people of Chicago place pressure on the leadership, Mayor Brandon Johnson, to allow him to come in and do this. But honestly and truly, I don't think that's going to make a difference, because as I showed y'all yesterday in a city council meeting, the people of Chicago have been placing pressure on, applying massive pressure on the mayor of Chicago for years now in terms of allowing crime and illegal immigration, and he is not budging, which leads me to believe that he is getting paid by somebody. Okay, somebody has him in his pocket. And as I showed y'all in the clip yesterday, when one of the residents said, this was before Donald Trump gets elected, he was like, guess what? You're going to have to deal, that's okay. You're going to have to deal with Donald Trump. And with Donald Trump is going to come Kash Patel. And guess what? You are going to get indicted. As a matter of fact, I think Donald Trump, he was already elected, but he wasn't in office yet. Okay. So I believe there is massive corruption going on with the mayor of Chicago. And I think it's only a matter of time before that indictment comes down the line. They are going to give him the Letitia James treatment, probably worse. Why haven't Republican governors called for the Fed troops to Memphis, New Orleans, Jacksonville, or Baton Rouge? Well, I'm showing you this clip. He is calling for Donald Trump to come to New Orleans. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think another reason why this might call for, people are calling for the feds to step in, is because there's a difference between even living in a blue city in a red state. For example, in Texas, if you go do a smash and grab, like if you decide y'all are gonna like bust through a store, smash everything and run quickly, and you get caught, it's not like New York where you're going to be out the next day on no cash bail. No, that's not. You're going to sit down. We still have cash bail, and trust and believe you're going to do that time. So the difference between crime in a liberal city, or a liberal city in a liberal state, or even a swing state, or these sanctuary cities, is that you will actually get punished and prosecuted in a red state. We have legal recourse here, right? In these blue cities, they're just allowing this. And that is why a lot of the citizens in these cities or in these states are calling for the federal government to step in and do something, because their local leaders and authorities do not care. So that is the major difference. What do you expect from a mayor who's buddy-buddy with Lil Durk? Absolutely nothing but corruption. Corruption, lies, and deception. You mean Tiffany Henyard? No, I mean her too, but I'm talking about Tish James. I'm talking about Tish James too.
Washington, D.C. is a totally.
So we shall see. What do y'all think? The governor of Louisiana is asking for help. Do y'all think Donald Trump should send help to Louisiana? I feel like they should send it to the places where they're asking for help, because then you don't have any legal barriers holding you back. You're being welcomed in with open arms. So I feel like to me, that's fine. If Donald Trump wants to partner with the leadership in Louisiana and divert federal funds to try to control the crime there, that's absolutely fine. And a lot of people, again, y'all might feel like, here's the thing. And actually, I do understand this argument. People feel like if we allow this now, if we allow federal troops into states to get this situation under control, who's to say that we won't be living in a police or a nanny state? So, a problem is that a lot of people are having with this, even some conservatives, is that they feel like we will be stripped of our individual freedoms. And actually, that's a very valid concern. And we do actually need to consider the fact that what if this was the other way around? Like, what if the Democrats were exercising this type of power? And of course, we know they would be using it for nefarious purposes. So it's kind of like in this situation with Donald Trump, because we know we're trying to curb the crime rate and save lives. Do the ends justify the means? Is this enough of an emergency for us to take action now, or should we just let the problems to continue in the name of personal freedoms? And honestly and truly, I don't know. I don't know. I absolutely don't know. But what I will say is, in a situation where you have a governor asking for the help, I don't see anything wrong with the president stepping in. No. Clinton didn't even have to do this to curb crime, even though I hate the 94 crime bill.